It would be useful to teachers to read about latest techniques and methods of teaching. There is a wide range of, you have health, sports, environment, travel, food, short stories, humor, classroom technology, book reviews, film reviews. So there's everything for every kind of taste. So I'm sure children, once they are motivated into reading this magazine, once they get into it, they would really enjoy reading this magazine. It would benefit them a lot. To class 12, there are question papers on maths, science, social and English. So children would enjoy working out these exercises, and they would, these exercises have questions which would get them thinking. Maybe some of them would, Brainfeeds has also started this kind of a get-together, and we will be organizing this every month. And as you all know, today's topic is chalking out or creating programs for gifted children. So today we would be sort of collecting your opinions, your views on what kind of programs can a school organize for gifted children for the schools in Visakhapatnam. So with that brief, I would like to stop here.
A pleasure and also an educational tour where we had an opportunity to interact with different school leaders there, and also we had an opportunity to visit schools there in Singapore and Malaysia. So this summit started with our chief speaker, Professor BVR Chaudhary from the Department of Physics, National University of Singapore. And he spoke on the topic Singapore education system and success story. In fact, we had a lot of things to draw from the Singapore education system, which actually helped the economy to develop, the education system, Institute of Education Singapore. And he spoke on the topic background and significance of research at the school level. This was also, we got a lot of inputs, and then he also suggested on participation of students in international Olympiads and other aspects to encourage on. And then the third speaker was Miss Anne Sivanathan. She was the executive member of the Association of Registered Child Care Providers in Malaysia. And the topic she spoke on was methodology, age appropriation curriculum, and worldwide appreciation. And she also gave us a lot of inputs at the early childhood years, what are the things that we need to introduce. And finally, the concluding speech was by Sridevi Gundapaneni, the academic director of Jubilee Hills Public School. She spoke on innovative practices in education. And that was the whole evening session there. And then after that, it concluded with awards to the schools for the best pedagogical practices. The 38 schools were awarded with those awards. And then that was about the summit we had. After the summit, we went around Malaysia and Singapore, and we had the opportunity to go to visit two schools. One was the Tanglin Trust School, which is almost a 50-year-old school, 90-year-old school. And we had the opportunity to meet and then spend a lot of time, almost half a day's time with the CEO there, Mr. Peter Derby Crook. And then we went around the school. We could see the school. That was a working day, and we had an opportunity to see the lavish labs and then all those things that they provided for the children. And we, in fact, carried home a lot of inputs from that too. And then we attended Character Montessori School, which is based on the Montessori methodology. And we had an opportunity to meet Mr. Kok Keong and his wife who were running that. And it was also a very good opportunity for us to learn a lot of things about Montessori methodology and also the way they are implementing it in Singapore. Enjoyed, and then that is about this particular summit that happened. That was the first International School Education Leadership Summit hosted by Brainfeed in Malaysia. Thank you.
Everyone, this is Jayashree from Johnson Grammar School. I'm the principal over there. Nacharam.
Me, Johnson Grammar School, West Maratpalli. I'm the principal of West Maratpalli branch.
Muhammad Shafi from Monarch School, Madanapet, Hyderabad.
And myself, Abdur Rahman, from the same school. Myself, Savinay Patlola. I am a CTO of MyRank Education Private Limited. We are an online education portal.
Vice Principal, Delhi Public School, Nacharam, Secunderabad.
I am Narasimharaju, Principal of Gautam Model School, Amirpet branch.
Kalpana, Principal of Gautam Model School, AS Ranagar.
Good afternoon to everybody. This is Sangeeta Virmani. I am the Senior AVP, Univariety, a Singapore-based organization, and we work with more than 300 schools in India. Thank you.
From the United States, I am the Regional Vice President for Mosaic International School of Hyderabad, and I'm also the President of the Michigan Association for Gifted Children in the U.S.
Andrews, and we have integrated preschool teachers training academy called IPTA. We have 2 centers at Banjara Hills and West Maratpalli, and we are passionate about creating a platform for trained teachers. I'm the director.
I run this organization called Amoeba Education, where we work with school with curriculum and training. Thank you so much.
I'm coming from Maple School, which is in Nizampet. I'm the director of Maple.
The educational institutions. Thank you.
One and all, this is Sarita from Kennedy Sparks and Magnet School. Thank you.
From Kennedy High School, working as a principal over
Hi
there.
everyone, I'm Ms. Shuchi Datta, and me and my colleague, Ms. Nandita, we are from Delhi Public School, Secunderabad. I'm the coordinator of classes 1 and 2. Thank you.
Secunderabad.
Good afternoon. This is Vijay Lakshmi. I'm the principal of Ganges Valley School, Nizampet.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Deepika Reddy, Academic Head, High School of Foster Billabong High International School at Saket.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mrs. Swati Raj. I'm the Vice Principal of Pragati Central School, Kukatpalli.
I'm Komala Krishna, Dean of Janapriya Schools, having in Hyderabad and Bangalore.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lily Elizabeth, and I head the administration at Brahman Talent High School, Vengalrao Nagar.
Hello everybody, this is Gopi, working as a principal in Brahman High School.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Meghna, and I'm the correspondent of Fountain at Global School, Mayapur. Thank you.
Everyone, I'm Padma, HR Manager from Silver Rock School.
Nepal University, currently handling that Innovators program which is happening right now. Thank you.
I'm the co-founder of Butterfly Fields. We work in the domain of hands-on learning in science and math.
It's of IIT Hyderabad. We just started a company called Caddy Analytics. So we are trying to understand how we can improve institutional quality through data.
My name is Sriram Reddy and I work for PSN. Everybody, my name is Mohammad Wasim. Me and Sriram both of us work for PSN. It's a different division which we work for, and would like to meet you also sometime.
I'm Nikhil from Grey Matters. We are an assessment company. We do teacher and student assessments which are more diagnostic in nature. Thank you.
I'm Ramesh, the chairman for Kennedy Educational Academy.
Ability, and he knew what was good and what was wrong, what was right or what was wrong, and if things wouldn't have moved according to his goodness or good thoughts, he would revolt against it. But then we have managed him very well regarding his behavior ability in the class by orienting the students in the classroom and giving extra information to the teachers in the classroom, and he was managed exceptionally well and he has progressed very well. He has come out from 45%, he has achieved around 60% and above.
Good.
Who is now moved into grade 4, Harshin. He's a gifted child because at when he was in grade 3, he was writing programs in C, C++, and he has a lab at home. He does lots of activities and experiments. He just moved last year to India, and it's really a treat to watch, and a very calm child. We have tried to, because parents wanted the child in the regular school stream because he has to get adjusted to the environment. It was little difficult for us in the starting because he was way ahead, especially in science and computers compared to his peers. Whereas when it comes to other subjects, he was quite hesitant to pick up. And it was really surprising when he was sitting in a math class and started doing trigonometry, which my 10th grader was struggling with. But little attention we tried to give. We tried to give him extra time in the laboratory when grade 10 and 9 children were working, so that he was feeling good, and my children, my high school children, were very happy to see a junior coming up and doing it. I felt that we were trying to push his morale up, at the same time motivating others to recognize and understand. Thank you. Generally, I have found that we are addressing only to the average, and there are many. I have a lot of case studies where I've seen there are gifted children who are not being actually cited and picked up by the teachers for whatever reasons. I mean, this can be a pressure from, moving ahead with the syllabus per se. There we have actually moved in to give special strategies which will address to the needs of these particular kids. And generally we have seen a STEM approach, or writing, that is rocket writing approach, and we've given a lot of strategies for these gifted children. These kids who are little above the average, and they are moving ahead of the average class, and we have seen that having given these kind of special strategies, they have been able to fulfill, their needs have been fulfilled. And I feel that just a tip, many schools are just overlooking it. They really don't know how to handle this, and there's been a challenge both from the teacher side, because the teacher herself is not ready to address to such things. So there is a greater need for us to address gifted children and have special strategies, personalized it, and given to the children. I think this is where we educators, the principals, need to rescue these kids and design within the time of the hours. I am not looking at something outside the school, but within the school, how we are able to address them. It's a challenge. I'm sure who are going to tell me as to how they are doing it in their school and take it forward.
So the way we handle them is we have this thing called blended learning system at our school, where kids get to do things on with hands-on experience, not just with the regular class. So we also give them a personalized time because it's not possible in a class for a teacher to give personalized time for these students. So what we do is they actually specially design homeworks for these students where they get to do this extra work at home and bring it back. And we have a lot of online solution systems for these kids where they move on quicker compared to the other kids where they get a lot of medals and all. We can say at our school, children started coding from the age of 4 years on with a software called code.com. So it's a simple app where they try and do a task and the code is generated on its own. And this is how we try and encourage gifted children, not just that one thing, the many things that can be added as part of blended learning system. So I think, most of the schools can always try out these stuff using for their gifted children. Because always our teachers carry extra work for these gifted children, because it's kind of difficult for these gifted children to feel excited about the class because they already know what is happening in the class. Worksheets, and then they give it to them, and then thus they take this forward. So this way, this is how we are handling students at our school. Hopefully this would help some other schools as well. Thank you.